Virgo, and welcome to your mid-August reading. So what I've done is just lay out the story of the energies that surround you at the moment. So Virgo, sometimes how it works is the reading can also reflect someone else's dynamics that are in your life, okay? Because I've had quite a lot of questions about that, and it's not always us that play out the reading. It could be someone close to us or someone who's in our energy. There's quite a confusing little picture here, okay? And I'm looking at the energy that's coming at you. And what's sticking out to me is this Ace of Cups, okay? This is the card that's your environment card. So it's the energy around you that's coming from other people. Ace of Cups is about a new emotional chapter. If this is a person, it tends to represent a very, very divine love, okay? A love that you could never you couldn't avoid it. It's a date with destiny, serendipity and coincidence, okay? Your additional guidance card is the Judgment card, and very, very similar cards, okay? This is about second chances, something coming back from the dead. And I think for most Virgos, even it's some sort of love that's being resurrected here, okay? But you've got an interesting little dynamic going on. And sometimes when this dynamic is playing out, it's because the other person is not fully able to enter into the bond, or you're not, okay? I have to say that before I also read the rest of the cards, because the middle card is the Four of Cups. Now, I find this card quite hard to describe, but the other day I had a choice to make, and I live by the ocean, and I just went down and stared at it for a few hours, and the choice became clear, okay? So the Four of Cups is a card of resting, contemplating, but not fully acting on something yet. And your best path to follow is the Nine of Discs, which is a card about spending time on your own. It's the minor version of the Hermit card. So some of you as Virgos might be really quite deep in contemplation this month. And if it is, I think it's about this Ace of Cups and the Judgment card. What lies behind you is the Seven of Cups, being confused, not quite sure which way to go. Now, the Seven of Cups is part of the process, okay? Part of the process of gaining clarity is going into confusion, okay? It's only a problem if we stay there too long, and it's only a problem if we judge it. If we allow the Judgment card and the whole process to happen, then there's nothing to worry about, okay? Because you're moving into the Fool card for one thing. The Fool card is the Zero, it's the free spirit. The Fool is about it's literally about being very, very free. My favourite card, it's our true home, Virgo. It's where we all come from, and it's where we're all going back to. And everything we meet in life is just taking us back to the Fool card. And if we learn to realise that and try to stay as close as possible with its energy, then life becomes so much more enjoyable. But the Fool card is talking about taking some risks. It's about taking some chances. There might be some opportunities coming this way. There might be some opportunities coming your way. Sorry, Virgo, very, very hot here. I'm a little bit in quite a vague energy this month. There might be some opportunities coming your way. That's what the Fool card seems to represent, and it seems to be mostly to do with the rebirth or second chances around your emotional nature, around love, essentially. So where you're going to is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a card, it's a transition card. It's moving into much more calmer and much more clearer waters. Now, it's paired with the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups, okay? So yeah, that's the sort of feeling I got. There's some sort of love opportunity coming your way. I think for some of you, there might be a little bit of challenges with this bond, okay? I told you how challenges tend to appear, that one person isn't fully able to move into this bond, but this is a reading about love. However that shows up for you guys, I have got no power over the cards that come through to me. But I think for some of you, this could be a love that's been resurrected, or there's some sort of emotions that are making you feel that it's really, really good to be alive, that life is worth living, but you seem to be getting a message about moving very slowly. That's what the Nine of Discs represents. Taking time out and letting things develop in a very sort of earthy, authentic way, okay? I'm almost getting a feeling, Virgo, that you need to protect your energy and look after your core well-being this month, okay? So I've said to you, Ace of Cups is what's coming at you. You don't need to go look for this bond. You just have to be open to receiving it. And sometimes, Virgo, that is the hardest thing to do. We sort of run around thinking love is something we have to go find, and it's not. It's something we have to be willing to receive, a whole different dynamic. And that's what Virgo energy rules, is receptivity. It's about allowing it to happen. Your hopes and fears are the Ace of Discs. So there might be a new job, some sort of new financial opportunity coming your way. There's hopes about it, but there's also fears. And I'm not sure why you're feeling it. Fear tends to represent two things. Low self-esteem, or moving into a territory that you're not familiar with. And if you're not familiar with something, then it's going to be quite nerve-wracking. But maybe this new love is coming with... oh gosh, but guys, this is very confusing now, because the Six of Cups is the card of reconciliation. It's a soulmate card. What's one of mine? I've got a few combinations. But the Six of Cups is about hitting the sweet spot. It's the card of emotional expression, joy and reconnection. It's definitely my soulmate card though, okay? Your outcome, funnily enough, is the Eight of Cups. Now don't worry about the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is someone who's still a little bit searching for his Ten of Cups. That's why I'm a tiny bit confused, okay, when I looked at the outcome. Because you're not quite getting your Ten of Cups yet, which made me think there's something in this love bond that's a little bit complex, okay? And I don't know why it's complex. It tends to represent, it's complex because of the Hierophant, which means there might just be a chance that someone's already in a committed situation. Okay, some people aren't going to want to hear that, but that's the card that I pulled, okay? The Eight of Cups isn't a card about saying goodbye, by the way, because it's number 8, and 8 rule the infinity sign. So it's more a card of you've got a few things to sort out before we can come into this sort of the more ideal situation. Now guys, this might only be a reading for a couple of people watching, and I think I know who yous are. But this is definitely about reconciliation. It's about love, but there's still a message about taking things easy, protecting your energy, protecting your self-esteem, your core value. Don't forget who you are, guys. This is not a love you need to search for, because it's coming to you. And love like this comes in the most bizarre set of circumstances. Now, paired with it is two of the Earth, King and Knight. Same message, slow moving. These guys do nothing in a hurry. They move about twice a year. The Nine of Pentacles is the same advice card. Something really quite beautiful is unfolding for you, Virgo. Okay, it's absolutely clear it is. There's definitely a message about the earth element, which is patience. Don't roll your eyes. Patience, steadfastness, and allowing. And it might just be that one of the people aren't fully able to go into partnership with you yet. But that doesn't have to be a problem if you're just patient and you allow people the time to work things out and work things through. Okay, Virgo, I hope you're one of the ones this message was for and you get what you need. Okay, guys, lots of love. Bye.